Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to see transformation of functions, how a function transform with respect to its parent function. So I have a parent function over here in a general term as y is equals to fx. So this is my parent function. Now the transformation happening to this function as compared to what it's written over here. So you can clearly see the parameters that have been introduced and how it affects the transformation of function. For say this k value, if we add this k value to our original function y is equals to fx, we'll see that if k is positive, it's going to shift up k units. If it's negative, it's going to shift down k units. Similarly, if we introduce a parameter that is h. Now h has been introduced over here, right? We'll see this type of transformation happens. If it is plus h, then shifts the function left h units. If it is x minus h, then it shifts the function right h units. So it's a vice versa situation as compared to k, because if k is positive, it shifts up in positive direction, but here if h is positive, it shifts to the left, not right, which is positive to the x. So it's a reverse situation if we compare it with vertical transformation. This k we also called as vertical transformation, and this h we called as horizontal transformation. That is why we are calling it as shift down and up, and it's left and right. So k is vertical transformation and h is horizontal transformation. Apart from that, what other transformations we can see over here is a negative sign. If there is a negative sign in front of our function, it's going to reflect about the x-axis. If it is inside the function, it's going to reflect across the y-axis. Other than that, two more transformations are there, one related with a and one related with b. So if we see, if we introduce a variable a that can have a value either is greater than 1 or it can be between 0 and 1. So greater than 1 stretches the graph vertically, and if it is between 0 and 1, it is going to compress the graph vertically. Similarly, if we introduce a b value inside the function, and if it is greater than 1, it's going to be a horizontal compression. If it is between 0 and 1, it is going to be a horizontal stretch. Now we'll see all these transformations with the example of the parent function. So here is the first example. So the parent function is given as y is equals to absolute function x. So we can see its curve drawn in red curve over here, right? Like this. Now if we introduce a value 2 outside the function, this is not inside, right? It is outside the function. So it's going to shift 2 unit upwards. So we can see a 2 unit upward curve, which is represented by the blue one, right? So that is what we also called as vertical transformation. So this is vertical. It is moving the curve in vertical direction. Next example. In this, I have showed the horizontal transformation, how a horizontal transformation actually works. So if we look over here, the original function, now the two value is inside the function. This is not outside this time. And how we can see that whether it's going to left and right, we have to put this equals to 0. And we got x equals to positive 2. So that is why it is going to the positive right direction. So blue curve shown as respect to the red curve is a shifted 2 units in the positive right direction. And if you put this value equals to 0, x plus 2, and we see that it is x equals to negative 2. This time it is a negative value, so it's going to shift towards the negative side of it. So the green curve in relation with the red curve is shifted 2 units to the left. This is called horizontal transformation, like I showed you in generally in the general expression, general function. Next that I showed you was the reflections. So reflection across, if it is outside, negative is outside, it is going to be reflected across the x-axis. If it is inside, it is going to reflect it across the y-axis. So you could not see it because the red and the purple are the reflection across the y-axis, so they overlaps each other. So that's why we cannot see that curve, because this blue curve, purple curve has overlapped the red curve. So that's called reflection, either across the x-axis or across the y-axis. So you have to determine if the negative sign, this negative sign, is outside the function or it's inside the function. That transform the function reflection across the y or across the x. Next was the stretch. So as you can see over here, if we multiply a 2 outside the function, it is going to be a horizontal stretch. Now we can see the black curve is stretched horizontally, like we have pulled it. We have pulled the red curve vertically, so it will look like the black curve. That's what we call horizontal stretch. And if this value is between 0 and 1, then we call this as vertical compression, like we have compressed the red curve. The red curve is now compressed vertically, so it will look like the blue curve. So that's what we call horizontal stretch or horizontal compression. So these are the parent function curve, and the transformation will happen same way like I had showed you with the absolute value function over here. So this was, I have showed you all the transformation related with the absolute one. Similar things will happen when we change something. Y is equals to x, y is equals to x squared, y is equals to x cube, y is equals to e to the x, y equals to 1 over x, and this is y is equals to square root of x. So similar changes, horizontal, vertical, either you do horizontal transformation or you do vertical or you do stretch or reflection, they will behave the same as like I showed you with the absolute value one. I hope you got this point, how reflection works in the parent function. I'll show more videos on it, and I will going to solve some problems as well. Thank you for now.